Woke up, it was a Chelsea morning, and the first thing that I heard was a song outside my window, and the traffic wrote the words.
It's impossible to imagine the folk world today if Joni Mitchell had not passed through it. She transformed not only how we hear folk music, but how we imagine it, combining the personal and universal so completely that, as biographer David Yaffe put it, men fell in love with her and women felt like she was singing their secrets out loud. With songs that became cultural anthems, Circle Game, Both Sides Now, Woodstock, Chelsea Morning, Big Yellow Taxi, she became to our inner lives, and especially to the inner lives of women, what Woody Guthrie was to our working lives. She was my voice, said novelist Malcolm Marone. She was everybody's voice.
They paved paradise, put up a parking lot.
There are over 6,600 recorded covers of her songs. She also revolutionized the use of open guitar tunings, turned the mountain dulcimer into an urban hipster, and pioneered a career path that became a model for post-revival folk artists. It's nearly as impossible to imagine this worldly, sophisticated superstar as the Saskatchewan country girl she was. Born Joni Anderson in 1943, she had her first epiphany staring out the window, watching the cars and thinking, here they come, where they going? Another epiphany came when she got a low grade while a less able student got a higher one. That's as good as he's ever going to write, her teacher said. You can write much better. It instilled in her the liberating belief she was competing only with her best self. A more critical epiphany came when she contracted polio at 10. She worked and willed her reluctant body back to life, leaving her with a powerful faith in that will. Attending art school, she sang folk songs at Calgary coffee houses. She became pregnant, putting her baby into foster care, a hurt that never left her. Her name changed during a brief marriage to folk singer Chuck Mitchell, more a professional than romantic coupling. Walking down the aisle, she thought, I can get out of this. Musicians championed her work. When Tom Rush asked for songs, she included a new one she called Probably Terrible. Rolling Stone said Rush's 1968 album launched the era of the singer-songwriter, named for that probably terrible song, The Circle Game.
And the seasons, they go around and round.
Still, the industry resisted her. She was so unique, singing a new kind of woman's song in a male-dominated industry. She wrote from deep within a woman's experience, combining a cold eye for the frailties of men with an unabashed attraction to them. Songs for women were always doormat songs, she said. They're all male fantasy, and my stuff is not. Dylan's manager, Albert Grossman, said she was too domestic. Another said he'd manage her if she gave him half her publishing. Give me half your management company, she said. Are you crazy, he said. Back at you, she replied, and walked out. She finally found a manager in Elliot Roberts who endorsed her idea of building stardom from continual touring, fan by fan, bypassing the industry. The commercial revival was fading, a new career path was needed, fans replacing moguls as star makers.
Stoking the star maker machinery behind the popular song.
As her fame grew, so did her commitment to telling her truth in ways that became our truth. After her harrowingly intimate 1971 masterpiece, Blue, songwriter Eric Anderson said it was like she turned her skin inside out.
Acid, booze, and ass, needles, guns, and grass, lots of laughs. Band sounds like typewriter.
As she reached the age most artists settle into comfortable ruts, Mitchell became more adventurous, exploring jazz, rock, and world beat, singing about poverty, injustice, the environment, and a stardust counterculture grown fat, complacent, and commercial. The reason I'm so unruly, she said, is that I never wanted to be a human jukebox.
All the California coming home. I'm gonna see the folks I dig. I'll even kiss a sunset peak. California coming home.